So guys, for this effect, I'll need you to choose another card. Let's say this one over here. In this case, I believe it is the Five of Hearts. Doesn't matter if I say it, I have seen the trick before. Now, I do have a little question to you. Do you really believe that the choice of the Five of Hearts was free? Now, if you do think so, I have to admit something. There is one specific card in the pack that has a slight marking on its back. Okay, I'm not sure if you can spot it. It's right about here. And I do really believe that you have chosen this card because of its marking, subconsciously. And I believe I'm right, the Five of Hearts. I know what you're thinking. It's a good trick, isn't it? But it might have to do something with like coincidence or something like that. So just let me repeat it, okay? I need you to pick another card for this one. Any card will do. Here, great. Remember this card, please. Do not forget about it. Now we will return the only marked card in the pack, the Five of Hearts, back into the pack. So besides this marked card, there should be another one in it that we should be able to spot right away because it looks pretty much like this one. Can you see it? No. I mean, the only one that I see is the Five of Hearts, but there should be another one for your second selection. You know what? Let me change these things up a little bit because I believe there is some sort of fail in it. This should make it the only marked card, the only Five of Hearts becomes your second selection, the Queen of Spades. So guys, let me teach you this very fun version on the Chicago opener. What you need for this is a pack of playing cards and two more playing cards from a different backed back. Okay, the back should be different, the front should be the same. Okay, once you have those two cards, you will just remove the other cards with the blue back from this pack so you do not have any duplicates, and you will just put these two cards in the following order. One of them goes the second position from top, and the other one the second position from the bottom. Okay, that's basically your setup. Now to start off, you can give these cards a shuffle. You just have to keep the top two cards and the bottom two cards the way they are. Okay, so when I mix them up, they are still in their positions, right? Now once you're here, you have to get the top two cards here into the center of the pack. The way I do this is very simple. I do catch a break underneath the top two cards. You will transfer to a thumb break. Break off around the half of the cards and use your index finger to pivot both cards into the center of the pack without flashing the red card. This is very simple to do and it looks like a part of your shuffling sequence. As you're talking very casually, you just get it into the pack and you maintain a break. Okay, and the break is of course going to be underneath the Five of Hearts. Okay. That's very important because now you will force it. The way I like to force it is a dribble force. You can really use pretty much any force you like that allows you to force the card without revealing its back color. Okay, so you could do the riffle force too. In this case, let's use the dribble force. Just call out stop, stop, great, and I force the Five of Hearts. One little tip, when you start dribbling, just start dribbling about here, okay, without flashing the red card. Now you force the Five of Hearts and you put everything back together, meaning the red card, their selection is now really in the center of the pack. You ask them a question, did you feel it was a free choice? Yes, 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 great, so spread the cards. When you spread the cards, be careful not to flash the red card again. So just start spreading by leaving a few cards where they are and then spread, okay? You show the red cards, it is of course their selection. You get here a little reaction, it's not something very special, so you say, you know what, let me repeat this. As you're talking, you start shuffling the pack again. And what you're really doing is, you're giving the pack an overhand shuffle, But with your middle finger, you press on the 5 of diamonds, which is the card that is covering your red card, right? So what you're doing is this. You just deal the 5 of diamonds with the topmost card. And then you start overhand shuffling these cards on top of it. Meaning the Queen of Spades is now here very freely. Okay? So you shuffle just a few cards on top of it and then move these cards back to the bottom. So the Queen is the bottommost card. Once you're here, you're just going to repeat the same process of forcing the Queen of Spades. In this case, let's use again the riffle force. Cut it into the center. Call out stop. Here. Great. Remember this card. Now you force the second red card. They don't know it, but they know what to expect. At this point, you say, the only mark card for now is the 5 of hearts. As you're saying so, you just show it around and put it into the center of the pack. Okay? What you want here is that the card is side jogged, so you can see around a third or around the half of that card. Okay? A third is probably enough. Once you're here, you will spread the card towards that red card. So you're not going from here to here, you're going from here to here. Now, because this card is side jogged, when you spread it, this card won't be seen in that spread because it will be hidden under the cards. But because there is now a second red card in it, which the audience is not aware of, it will give the perfect illusion of that card that you see here is the card that you just side jogged in the pack. However, it's now their second selected card. And that's the part I really love because it fools me too when seeing it. It's just a self-working thing. Now you're going ahead and you will like say, we won't look for the 5 of hearts. We are looking for the second red card. You won't find it. And then you do your magical gesture of taking the 5 of hearts, supposing the 5 of hearts, snap your fingers, and it becomes the Queen of Spades. And that's the end. At this point, you can see you are very clean. If you square it up and respread the pack, you should be able to see it, but you won't do that. Now you're done. You revealed that the mark card changed into their card. Now you can run away without saying a word. That's basically it. As you can see, a very neat variation on the Chicago opener. I really do, you loved it. If you did so, as always, let me know in the comments below and by leaving a thumbs up on this video. That's it. I'll see you next time.